that seems familiar. Seems like somebody stole an intro. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Capcom. Well, welcome to GWC Plays. Today we're going back to the basics. So, like, the past few months, it's been kind of, for the past few little bits of GWC Plays I've done, it's kind of been newer stuff that's just been coming out by the week. And it's like, no, I'll check this out on GWC Plays. And I really wanted to get back to playing older stuff, playing some stuff just like, you know what, that stuff I played a lot when I was a kid growing up. Kind of give me a chance to talk about some older games. And this is one that I've been thinking of doing for a while. I actually attempted recording one long time ago, like back in like October, and I think I recorded like 10 minutes and I just stopped. I forgot what happened. I think I got a phone call and I was like, no, I'm not gonna continue with it. But I was like, no, this is the best. This is the best time. There's been a lot of Aladdin stuff going on of late, and it's like, you know, give me an excuse to play this game because I have a lot to say about the Super Nintendo Aladdin game. I'm gonna get to it. Man, it's kind of barren. Just there's no borders on the side. Like, man, I almost wish there was like something on the sides of these because it's just so blank. Oh. I didn't think it was gonna come in like that. It's kind of scary. All right, well, this works as the border. Yeah, I didn't test that out. I set the borders up. And I was like, you know, I'll have it come up in there, but I didn't realize how slow it was gonna come in. It looks so menacing. All right, well, we're gonna have the Will Smith genie just staring me down the entire video, judging my every move. Like, don't screw that up. Haha, that's hot. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that too. I'm gonna talk about that new Aladdin movie. I'm gonna hit everything Aladdin in this video as much as possible. Yeah, this growing up, this was one of my favorite games. I remember me and my sister would always play this game. This was when I was always in the Super Nintendo. Like, always just pop it in and just play it. You know, it's still a fun game too. Like, this is that era. Like, this is that era of Capcom where, like, they could not do anything wrong. Like, every game they were bringing out at this point was just like a hit after hit and just landed. Like all their movie licensed games, like, for the most part, really good. If they had another property, like, it worked really well for them. And this one was no exception. This is an all-around just really fun side-scrolling platformer. This has a more devious look to it. Just this Will Smith looking at that old genie like, haha, you history. I'm that new hotness. Come on, game. Give me... They're gonna give me a 1-up. Or the heart. Or nothing. On the heart. I'll take that. But I'd prefer a 2-up. I don't think I'm gonna get a game over on this, really. There's some parts where it can get a little tricky near the end, but it's nothing that's like impossible. It's not that Capcom type hard. Got new soundtrack too. They always everyone who composed the soundtrack for these games, they always took really good advantage of the sound chip on the Super Nintendo. There's some pretty good recreations in this game of like some of the songs from the movie. Oh, it's lagging a little bit, which is something you never want to hear. Or more dropping frames. I don't know. I'm still mad to my hair that because I'll be editing a video and I'll be like, oh, it's lagging. It's like, no, it's dropping frames. So I'm getting mad at myself. It's like, just, oh yeah, man, I'm getting whooped over here. I'm only like 3 missions. I'm only on the 2nd mission. This isn't even the hard level. And as you've noticed, I'm not going for everything. I'm not going 400% on this one. But there are some red gems that are just a real pain to deal with, and I don't want to deal with them this time. You street rat. When talking about like Aladdin, and especially this game in general, and you're always gonna hear there's this argument that's still been ongoing. People have been talking about this one for ages, and there's no like, I don't think there's ever gonna be a definitive end to it. It's what is the better version of Aladdin? Is it the Super Nintendo platformer, or is it the Sega Genesis one, which is kind of more action based and has more stuff? Like that one gives you a sword and all this other stuff. Now, I've never played the Genesis one before. I've only played Super Nintendo, so I can't speak on the matter, but of what I've seen, the Genesis version seems fine, but you know what? It's not the SNES version. There are a lot of people who really like that it gets pretty heavy. Some people are like, man, SNES version? It's just a regular platformer. It's like, that's kind of almost why it's so cool. It's just like a straight up it's just a straight up good platformer. Like, it doesn't need anything else. Like, maybe at some point I should do a GWC Plays on the Genesis version. I should like play it there. Then I can really compare, because right now I can't say anything on it because I haven't played it. Like, of course I played I prefer the SNES version because that's the only one I've played. Like, I can't be like, oh, the Genesis version? That version is whack. And I was like, I haven't even played it. Every time I look over to my right, I just keep seeing like what the overlay is. Cause I'm playing on another screen, so I'm just seeing the game. I'm not seeing that that overlay with the Will Smith genie. I was actually pretty disgusted when I was watching I saw the teaser. I was in the living room watching my mom. I was like, what's that? I was joking. I was like, did he really just put blue on him? I was like, I wasn't having high hope for this movie. I was like, something about this. It's like, it doesn't. It's not really giving me any high hopes. And especially with Aladdin. Aladdin is probably one of my favorite Disney animated movies. So it's like seeing the live action one. It's like, oh, you have a lot to go towards. Like the level is much higher. But I haven't really been like feeling a lot of these Disney live action remakes, and it's really something that like do we really even need it? Like do we need live action remakes of these old cartoons? Like they are fine as they are. Like is there something that Aladdin, like there's a reason Aladdin needed to be live action, like something that it couldn't do with 2D animation, like that's my thing, is like it's kind of the same with remakes in general. It's like, why does this need to be remade? Like, if the movie is already good the first time, like, do we need a remake? Like remake implies, okay, the original was flawed and we're remaking it to fix the issues that the original had. But if a movie is already good, then why does it need a remake? I can understand for some movies, like maybe updating it for maybe a more modern audience, like movies from like 1920s. Like, even though I love those movies, and then I can handle that. Some directors are like, well, you know, people aren't gonna watch Gone with the Wind. We should remake it for 2019 sensibilities. And it's like, just leave the movie as it is. But I don't know, just the word remake. Like, the only remake like type stuff is like some video game stuff where it's like, we're remaking this game. It's like, cool. All right, they're fixing some of the stuff that the game had. They're updating it for maybe more modern controls. Like, in that case, it makes more sense. But movies, I'm always like, did it need to happen? Yeah, I don't know with the Aladdin movie. Now, I was talking a lot of trash on it for a while. I was like, outside of Will Smith Genie, I was just like, something about this just looks kind of cheap, and I don't know, really. But I am going to give it a try. I am going to watch it. That is the one thing is, I will try and give movies a chance. I went in, I was like, ooh, Solo? That movie's gonna suck. I went in, like, I was trashing it for months before it came out. And I saw it in theater. I was surprised, like, wow, Solo actually ended up being a good movie. Like, I was shocked. It subverted my expectations in a way that Last Jedi couldn't do. But I'm not gonna get into that. But it was really like a surprise. It's like, wow, like, I didn't expect that. It's like, so I'm gonna see the new Aladdin. I have my doubts in a lot of things, but I still will give it a try. Now, even though I just said that, there are some movies I did try and say, you know what, this movie looks like it's gonna be bad, but I'll give it a try. And you know, Suicide Squad wasn't good. It actually ended up being worse than I thought. And then there was Batman Superman, which I was like, you know what, I will give it a try. And it was like, nah, that's not any good either. Well, no, I will give it a chance. And the trailer they released, because they released a trailer for it yesterday, I think. I'm not too sure, but they released a new trailer for the movie. And I was like, you know what? It's a bit better. That first teaser was really a bad look. It's just like half the trailer is just like, and then the Will Smith part at the end, it's like, it looks kind of weird. So I don't know. That's enough of me talking about that new Aladdin movie. I will see it, and I will get back to you on whether it was good or not. Maybe that's when I'll play the Aladdin on Genesis. It'll give me the perfect time to like actually play it. It'll give me perfect timing. So yeah, at some point I will, when Aladdin comes out, I will play the Genesis game. A boot, no! And I'll give my thoughts on that. Infidels. That's the only voice I can kind of do. Is that you must die. And see, this is what I like too. Look at this password system. Easy. I was like, man, Capcom, you guys like made a good password system, because passwords on on NES games were, some of them sucked. Especially some of them were like 20 like years long to enter. They're almost like Game Shark codes. Like, does this need to be like 20 lines down? And it was like 1, 6. It was like always like symbols and numbers and letters, and it got worse when it was lowercase and uppercase. Especially that some of those letters look similar. Like a lowercase L and a lowercase I sometimes can get confusing. Especially that they would use weird font choices sometimes. So it's like, wait, what is that? And you end up like screwing up a password for like 20 or so minutes, all because one letter didn't look right. And thankfully, like like Capcom was like, you know what? We're not doing that numbers. We're not doing these letters and weird indents. Here, character faces. Or even easier, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. You know what our password is? It's gonna be 4 letters. That's it. Like those are the good passwords. The passwords where it's like, whoa. That's the best part. Is good. The sound effect when he gets hit. That's still a running joke in my family. I'll still sometimes be like, whoa, and like, everyone will know, like, oh, Aladdin. Like, I wasn't joking. This game was played a whole bunch. There was some game I played recently where I was like, man, this reminds me of Aladdin on Super Nintendo. Like, they just copied it straight up. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was, though. Alright, first game over. But it was blatant, too. I was like, man, these guys played Aladdin on Super Nintendo. It's the exact same thing. Of course, every game has, like, a run from the lava, but it was like the way what you were doing too. I was like, that's where do you get that idea from? Guys have Super Nintendos in your development studio. You guys taking breaks with a Capcom classic? Dude, that was kind of dumb. I didn't realize that thing was gonna be there. And it sucks. I didn't even mention it in the entirety of that last level, but that was my favorite stage music in the entire game. Was like the caves. I love that theme. But it's not a favorite. My favorite level is coming up pretty soon, actually. Break time. I cannot look to the right. Like if I look to the right, I'm just gonna keep seeing that Will Smith overlay throw me off. Like, like I'm looking at the game right here on this monitor, and I look to my right and I just see that face there just staring. Oh, it's gonna make editing this video interesting. Oh, that's what I get for playing on one hand. Okay, it was this section in particular. That's what it was. It was this part. I was like, It'll give me a bit. Hold on a second. I knew I was gonna die in this level. They pulled a Sonic 06. I mean, those chase levels in Sonic 06. There's one where you're like, you're running towards the camera, like Sonic is facing you, and you're running away with like the lava in the back, kind of like the end of City Escape and Sonic Adventure 2, but not as good. And I just remember, you're given no time at all to dodge these objects. Like you can't even see them. It's like who designed this? Like, there's no rhyme or reason. It's poorly done. God. Seals them into the cave. Fortunately, Abu cleverly stole the lamp from Jafar. Into the lamp. So this is why I like this little like trajection off from like the movie. Here we go. This is the best level. This is the best stages in the game. One's got the best song from that movie, and it's got some really hard platforming sections, but also just really cool looking. Now I hope they make an Aladdin 2019 game. Like pretty much remake this game, but put the new Aladdin stuff in there. I want to like jump on Will Smith heads. Somebody make that a mod. Just put clumsily put Will Smith's Snes like sprite for this game. I'll pay good money for that. Oh god, don't lag there. Don't drop frames. This game screw me up now. The only thing I will say is after this addition, okay, never mind. I was supposed to. You're gonna have "Friend Like Me" stuck in your head. You're just gonna be somewhere else like. That's why I love it, because it got this song stuck in my head. And it's gonna happen the second I finish this. I'm about to go watch that scene. That is the one, the final thing I'll say on that movie. But that is the one scene, and the one thing I hope they get right. It's gonna be hard though, because Robin Williams did a amazing job on in that role and in that performance. Like, I know Will Smith can do good performances sometimes, but like that's the one I'm like, every other song, you know, that the other songs can be bad, but this is the one song it's like you got to do justice. You just can't do like a subpar like version. Getting through this pretty fast. I remember I live streamed this a few years ago. I think it was on my old channel. I remember I really screwed up on this whole world. Maybe this is the next one where I'm gonna be it, but I remember I was doing bad. You guys gonna give me a two up? Nah, it's probably gonna be hard. No.
Credits. Annie, give me the credits.
God, it's already starting now. It's getting in my head now.
Whoa.
Oh, shit. Lagging like crazy. But there's a reason it's probably getting a little laggy at times and just dropping stuff. Is that this is the first, I believe, GWC Plays where I'm actually recording it in 60 FPS. Usually I record it in 30, but I was like, no, for this game, let's keep it how it was. So this is in 60, and as you can see, my computer's like, why, John? Why are you doing this to me? I can barely handle 30. It always messes up like at the worst time. Like when I'm about to make a hard jump is when it's like, oh, we should jack this up. is a great version. It's such a good rendition for Super Nintendo. It's like, congratulations, you did subpar. As he scampers across the carpet, is blown overboard into the desert. He discovers the script for the 2019 Aladdin movie. You know, Aladdin really isn't the other issue though, because Disney's also doing those other ones. There's like a Dumbo movie coming out. There's that Lion King one, which is like, okay, like you guys are really trying to get. It's like, did Lion King need a remake? And the thing is, like, the live action Lion King, like, it's not live action though. It's computer animated. It's like, it's not. It's not live action. Live action implies like humans, like James Earl Jones is not getting in a Mufasa suit to play the role. He's still in a vocal booth. And it's always like the live action. It's like, stop calling it that. It's like, did this movie need it? It's like, don't make me get on that one. Maybe when that movie comes out, I'll do Lion King on Super Nintendo, because hey, I have more to say on that too. That's another great game. It's probably the hardest game on the Super Nintendo, but we'll see how that one turns out. And they're gonna remake Mulan, and they're gonna remake like, what aren't they gonna remake at this point? Like, Disney's remaking everything. They might be like, you know what, we're remaking the stuff that like nobody wanted. Song of the South, hey, we're bringing it back south. Song of the South remake. Didn't actually have the audacity to do that. You know, we could bring back all these Disney classics. We could actually do more 2D hand-drawn stuff, you know, like what people wanted, you know, all the cool stuff what Disney was known for. Nah, let's remake let's remake Song of the South. Let's remake Lion King, a movie that was animated, and make it animated again. Well, this was a great stage in Persona 5. Oh. So now when I see desert stages, I'm just like, oh, it's Persona 5. Oh, that PAL was kind of sad. It was really long. I'm not gonna get into Persona. I should stay back. I will get to that game whenever that remaster or new edition comes out. Persona Final Mix, whenever that's out. It's like I'm speedrunning this. I'm getting through this game pretty quick. The thing is, this game actually wasn't too. It's not too long of a game actually. But it's one of those things, like, it's not that long of a game. Like, you could beat it in under an hour. But it's still fun. It's a short but sweet game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And it's like a nice game you can just put on for like an hour or so and just like relax. Like it's not that hard of a game, as you can see. Like they give you a lot of things that let you get more lives, and they do all this other stuff. Like it's not like a game meant for being like a challenge. It's more just like a, just chill game. Like I put this game in the category of like a Kirby's Epic Yarn, a game you really can't like. It's pretty impossible to get a game over on this one. But like just like a chill game, just put on for an hour and you're set. You know where to go, and they are your only dream man. I have nothing to say on this. I am not saying much, 'cause this song sucks. Yeah, I really said that this song sucks. Actually, that doesn't suck. I just needed something to rhyme. It's not a bad song. It's not my favorite of the movie though, but it's. This is like the bathroom break part of the game. It's like, oh, this is pretty much the when like your nephew's over and you don't want to play in the game, you put a controller in his hand that's like not on so you can play it. This is the level you give him the controller. Give him the controller. Like, hey, you want to play the game? Here you go. Get through this. I did that too. It probably comes off really wrong for some of my younger nephews who were like 1 or 3 or so. They'd want to play a game, and it's like I don't want to play on my save file. I'm playing this right now, so I would give them another controller and just put it in their hands. There you go. You're playing the game. Luckily, they were none the wiser. They never were like, hey, wait a second. I'm not playing the game. Give me that controller. You know, it's kind of crazy. I was just thinking of it right now because, you know what? I'm going to beat this. This is going to be similar to Home Alone. This is going to be this GWC Plays. I'm playing the entire game. I'm pretty much going to beat the game right now. And what's crazy I was thinking right now is like, it's nuts. Kingdom Hearts' Agrabah level, if I watched every cutscene and played it like from start to finish, it is actually longer than this game. If I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, if I started, the second I hit game start and I entered the Agrabah level, I would not be finished. I'd be finished with the game before I'm done with that level. Yeah, I missed a lot of hearts. I should actually go for a 100% run. I haven't done it in a while. It's been a few years since I actually like went for everything. Wow, pointless one up. Give me that bread. Oh, dang it! I knew it was happening. I was messing with that jump badly. Hey, you know what? I might actually get a game over. But you know what? I still have 5 to 6 credits, so it's not really gonna matter. Like, I'm not gonna lose all of the credits in this run. Yeah, I don't know what, because I actually did hit the jump button there. I know people were saying, hey, Snes 9X is the emulator to use. It's the one that plays officially. I've had more issues with Snes 9X than Snes, personally. I know that someone's probably like, ugh, Snes? Because it doesn't run as like official as like a Snes 9X. The only reason I have Snes 9X is because Link to the Past randomizer. Well, I feel like I've had more issues dealing with stuff on 9X than Snes. It could just be my computer. Could be that I'm recording. That maybe if I wasn't, it'd play more smooth. If my if I wasn't letting somebody borrow one of my connectors, I probably would have played this on original hardware, because I still have my original copy of this. Like, I've never gotten rid of any of those games, so it would have probably been cool to play it on the original hardware. That's what I kind of intend to for a lot of the games, some of the older games I do. So rather than using emulator, which is easier to capture and produces a quicker like turnaround for getting the footage out, but it's something cool about playing it on original hardware. Like, I have a few more GWC plays I want to do in the future. I have them lined up right now, and a lot of them I could play on the computer, but I want to play them on the original hardware just for more authenticity. Also, sometimes it's just more fun playing it on the original hardware than on a computer monitor. That's me personally. I know a lot of people kind of will prefer emulator because you can adjust more of the variables and it generally looks a bit nicer. And if I'm not lazy and feel like setting it up, I will set it up. When I played Super Smash Bros. 64, I didn't use an emulator for that episode. I played it on the original hardware. Like, it doesn't look as good, it doesn't look as sharp, definitely, but on my end, it's more fun. And if I really wanted to get like a more definitive look, like if I wanted it to look really sharp, I'd need to buy a FrameMeister, but that is out of my budget. If you know what a FrameMeister is and you already know, like yeah, that's out of my budget. Like, FrameMeisters are like $1,000 or more. Like, they're extremely expensive. Man, do they make they make old games look good. That's really what I'd want it for. Just like, man, I'd love to play some old games to capture old games on original hardware with it looking like sharp. Look who it is. It's Jafar. It's me. The Caneman. He's kind of dumb though. I don't know why he's putting the cane down. I'd always find it dumb just in video game bosses. Like, why would they do this? Like, they're leaving themselves open. It's like video game logic. It's like, why would this guy leave this here which gives you just enough time to get him? Alright, well, that's it. But I still got lives, and I can start fresh. That certainly was a comeback, because I had like one life left. Whoa. Dang it. Will Smith's laughing at me too. I see you dying over there. Pass me the controls. I'll get it done. Oh man, I'm butchering this fight. This fight's not too hard. This this isn't even the final boss. Oh, I don't like that skid. Buddy's out. All right, well that's game over. Oh no! Can I do the unthinkable? Send the buddies out. The buddies out. This is it. Oh no, it's not. Damn, Javar's tearing me up. Oh, that was part Genie's face. My face when I saw the new Genie design. Oh no. My face when I saw the original movie again. Yeah. Oh, I gotta start this whole level over again? Oh man. You know what? Oh, I don't even have that. Oh, I forgot about this. This kind of sucks actually, because I don't have the thing that lets me float. That's really what makes this game easy. Ooh, for your convenience, because I very rarely do this in GWC Plays. I think this might be the first time. I am going to actually cut to when I'm at Jafar again, so I don't waste your time watching stuff you've seen. So I will see you there. All right, here we go. Round 8. I don't know how many times I lost him, but I'm just gonna say round 8. I didn't realize he changes up his thing. I'm just gonna dodge this. If I try jumping, that's really what gets me killed most of the time. It's just jumping for those things. I could go for the cool strategies and like use them to get up to get them, but I'm gonna take the slow strategy. The one that will ensure that I win. Not the most fun way to watch, but it's like, hey, I'd rather beat him, be done with it, than be an hour and 20-minute thing with me. Going for it. There we go. See, that wasn't so hard. It's something funny. You don't even get anything. It's just quiet. Alright. Final battle. Seems like barely 50 minutes ago I was fighting. I started the game out. Here we go. Ooh, the game. Game's like, we can't handle these snake physics. Every time I see this, it always reminds me of that move from Paper Mario, the ground shaker move from Thousand Year Door. I was like, hey, Thousand Year Door. Come back up again. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh no. Oh well. That was a close fight. See, now if I had that if I still had my little thing to teleport, to hover, oh, this fight would have been over immediately. I feel kind of mad I got that game over. That thing really helps. It breaks the game though. I will say, a challenge playthrough without it, the game's much more challenging if you don't have that thing. Like the genie levels are much harder if you don't have it. You have to really rely on just like your platforming skills using just the jumping alone. Compared to when you have this thing, you have that thing. It just all that matters at that point is, can you float? Was it always this kind of? Did it always have this slowdown, or is it just? Or is it because I'm playing on emulator? I can't remember at this point. I have to like check afterwards. I've been having a lot of weird stuff happen throughout this entire recording. Dang it. Regular Jafar is getting me. Snake Jafar is getting me. Okay, this is the run right here. Oh. Oh man, I'm better off dying right now. It's a bad start. Yeah, can I just? Thank you. What a pitiful run. It's because I said that cursed term. This is the run. Every time I say that, it never goes my way. So I'm not saying it again. But this is definitely the run right here. Oh dang it! I should have said I wasn't thinking for a second. I wasn't even trying to make a joke of like, oh, I'm gonna say it. It was just in the back of my head, like, oh, I'm gonna say that, and it's like, I said I wasn't gonna. It's like the Bye Bye Man. Don't speak it. Don't say it. That awful movie. People thought that movie was gonna be good too. I was like, did you not see the title of the movie? The Bye Bye Man. It sounds like a joke video, like a joke movie title. Like I'd come up with in like middle school. Guys, I got this movie idea. The Bye Bye Man. My timing is just off right now. I have some continue. I think I just could give up right now at the end. No. There we go. I just had to focus. That took way too long. It shouldn't have taken me like 20 years to beat that boss. Like it's kind of nuts. Whoa! It's the best one. It's that final whoa of the game. Okay, that part does. I'm looking at a video on YouTube. I don't even remember. Like, okay, it did slow down there. An all-powerful genie. Oh. that image. Yeah. Mode 7. It's always like the really simplistic stuff that impresses me on Super Nintendo, like stuff like that. Like just seeing like 3D stuff on the Super Nintendo was cool. Like Donkey Kong Country was a cool looking game. My third and final wish is for your freedom. Oh no, I did like a Keanu Reeves. I didn't look at the right for most like the entire final flight, but now I looked over to the to the right. There's that image again. Kind of distracting. Hopefully, it's not for anyone watching on YouTube, but every time I look over at that overlay, it cracks me up. I should have done this in post because I shouldn't have done this live. This is gonna be live. Yeah, overall, as this game's closing up, like this was a good game for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, definitely not the longest game. Like there are definitely like much longer games. Like, and it kind of sucks too because people think video games now are expensive, but if you look back at the Super Nintendo era, games used to cost like $60, $70, $80, $90 for a single game. So you might have gotten Aladdin for your birthday, and it might have been $80, and like you get home and play it, and you beat it in like an hour, and it's like, well, there's your game. Salaryman, boo boo boo, Munta. But like, hey, it's a good hour game though. Thankfully now we don't have those prices like that anymore, where it's like each game may be an individual price. Like games, we haven't gotten to that point where a game said like, you know what, we're not going to be 60, we're going to be 70, just because. But kind of like I said earlier, this game it's short and sweet. It's kind of why I like it. Like it's got like 6-7 stages. You got like the big scenes from the movie. It's got like original level with the genie one, personal favorite. I don't know, it works well. Now is it the best game ever made? No, but it's an enjoyable game. If you've never played it, I still recommend. I still recommend it. It's very fun. I definitely kind of sped through some stuff. Like I didn't go for all the gems, and I definitely played pretty bad near the end of it. But yeah, it's an enjoyable game. This was it's at the era Capcom where they were just dominating. They had this, they had all these other licensed games they were doing. They had Mega Man X, and they were on a roll really at this point. They couldn't be stopped, and even when they moved to PlayStation, they were like, "Hey, we're not messing around either. You think we did dirty on Super Nintendo? Hey, PlayStation, we got some stuff cooking in the background." Oh my God, PS2 Capcom too, man. Capcom just dominated this era. I wonder what these people like. I wonder who Professor F is. Like, who is this guy who just advised this game? Like, where's he at now? Or in Dudley. Special thanks, Capcom, all staff, and you. See, had this been 2010, oh, that's embarrassing. Had this been 2010, Capcom would have been special thanks to your wallet and money. Now they're like, special thanks to you again. The end. And you do get a little something if you got all of the gems, but I was like, no, I wasn't gonna go for it this time because there's a lot of different stuff, and yeah, that is Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Great game. I recommend it. I had fun playing it this time. I think I should have played it on original system. Probably some of the stuff that I had issues going on would have been fixed. Yeah, still a classic. Still holds up. I need to check out the Genesis one, see how that one is. And yeah, there's that Aladdin movie. So Until next time, I'm John, and I'll see you later. I gotta see this again now. how slow it comes in is what makes it funny. It just comes in so slow. Man.